Hey everybody, welcome to Cardboard Commander. My name is Jerry, and we are back to finish up the last deck on Malta Besieged. We are on the third Epoch deck, and not gonna lie, it's been a while since I've been doing this, so probably have to look at things and might miss something, so I'm hoping I don't, but I am going to be able to put this over here now, I think, so we can see a little better. I think that will help everybody here. I think we can all see the dice tray and everything. Yep, so we should be all good here. So the situation stands at the Africa Corps is in the 3 box at CD Barani. The U-boats are in the Central Med, real close to Malta. The Air Force is in North Sicily, the Navy is in Naples, and the Luftwaffe is in Calabria. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get started here. We'll may have to stop and start because, again, it's been a while since I've been doing this, so I want to make sure I'm taking care of business. So the first card we're going to play is the Rommel Attacks card. And that says on 4 January 1942, Malta-based bombers raided German airfields in Sicily, but the Luftwaffe still dominated Malta's skies. Rommel began his new offense on 21st January, pushing back the British and recapturing Benghazi. The British then established the Gazala defensive line as Malta was being reduced to rubble. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to move the Luftwaffe up to the 2 box. We're going to move the Air Force up to the 1 box. If not yet so Africa goes, they move up to there, so we're going to have to try to worry about getting them knocked back. And if not yet in play, place the El Alamein Fort unit in the holding box. So I don't think that is in place, so we're going to put that in the holding box. Okay. So resources, we're down 1 morale. Oh, that's military, sorry. 1 morale. Ooh, so now we are -1 on all DRM, so we need to do something about that. We also have a -1 all resources. So that's not good. And +1 U-boats and to fortify. So +1 to fortify and on U-boats. So we'll put that, I know there's a box for it, but we'll put that right out here just so we know where the U-boat thing is over here, +1 for U-boats. So we're going to go down the sequence of play. Just again, since I haven't played this in a while, I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. So we are looking at, sequence of play. So headline phase, so we've done that, which is all right here, right? So headline phase, military phase, move the indicated axis units, we've done that. Resource phase, we've done that. Orders phase. At any time, attempt to expand Ultra, place any DRMs. So the orders phase, and we have 2. But again on here, -1 DRM to all resources for morale, so that's not good. So we've got, so we do want to try to raise morale, so -1 on the morale roll, so we are going to do that. We roll a 2, so you have to beat it, not, you have to do better than a 2, so that didn't work. So now we're down to 1 action. Boy, we're going to have to do something. So we've got +1 on U-boats, so I think we'll go ahead and use our second action to do that. So that works, so pushes them back to the med there. We did R2, then you convoy arrival. There was no convoy. And defeat, we're good there. Refresh the map, so we go ahead and pick up our DRMs. Go ahead and put them back where they belong. And we draw our second card. So that's the way that starts off. So next card is the Fall of Tobruk. So on 21st June 1942, Tobruk fell to the Axis. Vast quantities of supplies and 35,000 prisoners were taken. Rommel, newly promoted to field marshal, relocated his headquarters near to Sidi Barrani. Churchill lamented the loss of Tobruk as one of the hardest blows in the battle. So first permanently remove the Tobruk fort from play. And advance 2 spaces this turn, but only if the fort unit is in the first base. Oh, so he goes all the way to Alexandria. That's not good. So we're going to have to figure out that. And then the U-boats go up 1, so they go back to the Central Med. Boy, resources, -1 for military, so that goes down to there. We do get 3 actions this turn. I should have done it first. And then -2 for Africa Corps. Ooh, -2. That's brutal. So -2 for Africa Corps, -1 for all resources, and +1 to, there we go, and +1 to the Air Force here. So things are not looking good for us at the moment. So military phase, we did all that. Resource phase, adjust the resource markets, we did that. Orders phase, so we get 3 orders. So we have to subtract 2 from there. Wow, we're in trouble, folks. So even if you get they can't be hurt at all right there. So they're just there. So we're going to, so we're going to use try to push the Air Force back. And they go back 1. We're going to try to push the U-boats back. They go back 1. So that's 2. So we have 1 more action. Got -1 against all DRMs, but we are going to try for the morale here. 6, so it's -1, -2. We still do it, so we go up 1, so that works out there. Now we go to housekeeping. No convoys, we haven't defeated yet, but we're in trouble right here. And then we clean up the board. So things are not looking good for the home team as we appear here. So that is an automatic defeat if they go ahead 1. All right, so as on cue, the 8th Army advances, so we get 2 actions. By the end of December 1942, large amounts of supplies had reached Malta, and the island siege was broken at last. The North Africa campaign continued until May 1943, and Malta still suffered sporadic attacks all the way up to July. So for military, they retreat 1, so that is huge. Resources +1 supply, +2 morale. Wow. And +2 for military and raid. So +2 for military and raid. So That's a pretty good card there. So now we did the resources. Now we go to the orders phase. We have 2 orders. So the first thing we're going to do, so Rommel's situation is +1. So we're going to try to push them back 1 more. So 2, there's a 3. They do not go back 1 more. We're going to try it 1 more time. 2, 3, nope. So that's both of our orders for there. So now I am going to use, oh boy. I am going to use a supply to push the U-boats back 1 more. 4, and we do. So they go back to North Africa. And that is the end of that. So now we go to, so that was a timely card right there that got us out of trouble. So first battle of Alamein. So as Rommel continued his relentless pursuit, a deploying action that found Commonwealth forces falling back to Alamein without enough support. The capture of Cairo seemed imminent. So the Luftwaffe moves up 1. Africa Corps advances 2 spaces this turn, but only 1. Oh no. I think that is going to be an automatic defeat. I don't know if Cunningham can help us there. Cunningham, we have not used that yet, but says once per epoch you may cancel a card's indicated advance of a single axis front except for the Africa Corps. Yeah, I think I'm in trouble. Nope, here we go. Yep, so looks like the game ends there, folks. We made it to the 3rd epoch. Rommel triumphant. If at any time the Africa Corps front is in Alexandria box, or if any time during the game it ever advances into Cairo, you are defeated. So, folks, that's the end of the game. I hope you liked that. I hope I didn't miss too many rules. You can check out the rest of the first and second decks. I'll put those links in the description. But until next time, everybody, take care, be safe, be kind, happy wargaming.